Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. Tries to pass it through.
Well, Alessandro Nesta turns defence into an art form.
And he shoots! And that was very necessary. And it's Azar. Bullet. And this could be a Spanish counter-attack. He is through here. Bellingham. In towards the back stick. And that's the keeper's ball. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Ibrahimovic. Hazard. Well, that looks a decent ball. Mbappe! And the keeper couldn't hold it. That's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Hazard. Oh, that's nice. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Hullet. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And here's Mbappe. Oh, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. No goals as yet. Vicario. For Valverde. Wirtz. And it's Tchouaméni. That's destined for the flank. Looking to play him in. Bellingham plays it in. Towering header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Bellingham proves too strong. Saka. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. This is a promising build-up. Valverde. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rice. Hazard. Can he finish? And he's really put himself on the line here.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Spain are looking to go forward now. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And they can counter here. Tchouaméni. And no, he's seen through all of that.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
And here's Bellingham. Ibrahimovic. Plays a sharp little ball here. He might be in here! Now it's Saka. Now, can they get him away? And that is expertly dealt with.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Wan-Bissaka calmly anticipates. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Hazard. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Hullet. Here, and Hullet! Oh, that was no routine save.
Hullet actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And it's hoisted clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Nicely aimed pass. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Tchouaméni. Hazard makes a dash for it. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Crosses it, chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Saka is offering a wry smile there.
Valverde. And he is dashing away. And that's a good ball. Chance for a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Good challenge, excellent challenge. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And no surprise, that's a booking. Distributed tidily. Showing good feet. Rice has got himself a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
Hazard drives it in. And the referee has blown for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
I think it's been a decent enough watch, despite the half stagnating a little, if I can put it that way, Peter. We want to see some of that craft we got to see earlier on in the game. Everyone's going to have to find a way to just up the standard again.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
And it's Hazard. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's cut it out. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
And that is stunning. Just too hot to handle.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
So we have the first goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Buffon. That'll be a throw-in.
cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Looking for options for movement. Yildiz receives it in a wide position.
El dorsal 4.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 21. El dorsal
Germany
9,
still chasing
el
a
dorsal
one-goal
10,
deficit here.
El dorsal 22.
That's a
El
good
dorsal
foray
14.
he's making.
Se va a llevar a cabo
He's
un
in
cambio
plenty
de
of space here.
jugadores.
Oh, that's neat. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now, this could be a chance. He's got away. The ball goes in. Saliba can get it clear. And he passes it long.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
DiMarco. And here's Ibrahimovic. Played out to the left flank. Rafinha, real chance! And it's come back out to him. No, just not quite.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? They're urging him to shoot. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Can he finish?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Nice physical challenge. Look at the big chance! Well taken goal. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Spain are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
That's a nicely wasted shot, surely! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Germany really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Chouameni, Rice gets a foot in here. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. De Bruyne touches it back. De Bruyne. Bruno Fernandes. Ibrahimovic looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now. Germany really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Pedri. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Can he get it through? Oh, important interception. And here's Rafinha. Thinks it's Ibrahimovic. Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
He's found a way through. Ibrahimovic! They've got to be quick to recover this. Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. Rice goes short. DiMarco. He's having a shot! And that's a tiny finish. Drama at the death. Is there time for one more twist? And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, for any attacker facing him, Peter, trying to force your way through Rio Ferdinand must be a daunting prospect.
Well, he is one of the great English defenders of his generation.
Quite, Peter. His playing style boasts good speed and technique, a superb reading of the game. He hardly had to tackle. That in itself can be seen as quite an achievement.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Passing is crisp and sharp. Ibrahimovic, and he shoots! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Thuram has a look and plays it forward. Tchouaméni wins the duel this time. Bellingham. Yamal does really well to win the ball there. Wirtz. Tchouaméni. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Bellingham. Tries to play it through. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not...
And the finish! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Ibrahimovic is offering a right smile there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Cleared without hesitation. Germany have their second corner now. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Wirtz. Lovely pass, but there's the header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Tchouameni looking for a runner. Wirtz! So it is still 0-0. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's been slipped through. Saliba pressing high and with purpose. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he's going to have his name taken. Wirtz! Oh, what has happened here? In again. He leaps for it! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort. Spain definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Wirtz, Valverde, tries a shot! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Distributed tidily. Now, the less said about that pass, the better. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Looking for options for movement. Wirtz has the space to scheme. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Bellingham. Tchouameni. Lahm is always looking to play quality balls. Cristiano Ronaldo goes for a shot! Valverde. Oh, easy pickings there. Tchouameni. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Spain certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
That has not gone well. Passes short and sharp. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And the pass is intercepted. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chips it through. And this is Hullet. Saliba. Valverde. To Thuram. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Rummenigge has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And it's Valverde. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice interception, well timed. That's been drilled forward. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Germany go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that was the first half. Yamal! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Nothing wrong with the idea, inches away.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Wits! Lahm finding himself in space. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. He is just caressing the ball. And reclaimed it in a... and Hullet! They want to be quick to recover this. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Wits going face-to-face with his great rival. Germany still behind thanks to that solitary strike. It's run loose, who's going to get there? Thinks about the shot. Now it's Yamal. Crosses it in. And that is out and behind, it's a good block. Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. Has a look up and delivers. Ibrahimovic finds himself offside.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
So we have
7,
movement on both benches.
Cristiano Ronaldo. El dorsal 8. El dorsal 15. El dorsal 4. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 9. El dorsal 10.
Quarter of an hour into the second half.
El dorsal 22. El dorsal
Thuram.
14.
And it's
Se
De
va a llevar a
Bruyne.
cabo un cambio de jugadores.
De Bruyne powering forward here. De Bruyne, he's picked his way through. Buffon deals with that nice and simple. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Rummenigge looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And that has left him in a heap. De Bruyne. Now it's De Bruyne. He's got away. Lahm has it in a wide position.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
The two
11.
coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Cambio de jugadores.
Thuram. Yildiz. And it's Lahm. Yildiz. It's a... Can he finish? Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Yildiz threads one in. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. This is a promising build-up. Thuram. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a searching pass.
Spain surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
De Bruyne gets across and deals with it. Haaland. And here's Thuram. Yildiz. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Haaland, and it's Rashford. And here's Haaland. Space for him to turn and look. Rashford with the cross. And that has been cleared. He's had it nicked away. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And here's Yildiz.
Germany really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
It's hit the uprights. Rashford cross, terrific effort. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Pedri. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Spain can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Rashford.
Habrá 3
Bellingham.
minutos de descuento.
Oh, there's the clearance. Saliba.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster. That's just playing it safe and simple.
They knocked and knocked, but there is time for no more. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Germany really didn't do an awful lot right there. They didn't do much at all. I thought some strong words at half-time would spring them into action, but nothing happened.